Thank you, and thank you again. That's a little better. I have a short talk, a short story to share with everyone this morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone slept well and is ready and looking forward to today. My story starts with my fast. One of the fasts that I went on, we in our nation we fast. It's akin to what we learned about yesterday about the peyote ceremony, but in the northern nations we didn't have peyote, so we would make a fast, which would be a sacrifice and also a physical burden on the being to make our spiritual connection. So I went out, we go out for 4 days on a fast, and it starts in the sweat lodge before I'm out in the forest by myself. No books, no pens, no radios, no food, no water for 4 days, no distractions. And the fast begins. During the fast, each day an elder comes and would visit me. We would have a small chat. It was comforting that I was still alive and doing well, and also he was able to take my experiences to another level for me, help as an interpret, I guess I could say. And on the fast that I'm speaking about, the elder brought to me that what I seemed to be doing was receiving my vision through dreams. The dreams were the way I connected with the Creator, that I connected with Spirit, which was very helpful because it allowed me to focus a little harder on dreams. And during that fast, at the end of that fast, looking at my dreams and what had taken place, I was really struck that the theme, the message, what I was to take away from that was kindness. Now, this is many years ago, and it's interesting that kindness as part of my being, kindness as a thought, has never left me. And as we know, we all have dreams. We have dreams in our sleep, and we have dreams of hope, of what we want to see in the future, but they can't exist as a static thing. Dreams are not goals. Dreams are organic, and dreams grow. So over the years, I never stopped coming back to this idea of kindness. This idea of kindness never left me, never ceased to evolve. And as Joshua mentioned yesterday, that and I really appreciate mentioning it, is that Native people are living people. We're people today. We're people that bear the burden of what has happened to us and our ancestors from the past, but we're also people faced with prejudice, hate, and what could I say, confusion confusion. A lot of times I meet people and they approach me and I can see there's a confusion that they don't know how to treat a Native person. They don't know how to speak to a Native person, even though I'm a living person today, just like them. They have created a mythology, or they've had a mythology created for them that puts up barriers. And this brings me back to kindness and its evolution. In our medicine wheel, in the Mi'kmaq, we have in one of there are many medicine wheel teachings, but in one of the medicine wheel teachings, we have strength, honesty, truth, and kindness, four things that we really believe a good human being should be walking with. So what do we see today? What do we take away from what we heard yesterday? What do we take away from what we're going to hear today? And when we're dealing with differences of other people, we really need to look into ourselves. And I don't just mean non-natives. It could be non-natives, it could be natives, it could be Jewish people, it could be Black people, it could be Muslims, it could be gay people. People hold on to who they are, and that's a very beautiful thing. But when we look at people who aren't ourselves, we seem to be thrown into some kind of quandary, some kind of conflict. And what I could suggest, and what I have learned from my dreams and my dreams of kindness, is that we have to ask ourselves, how important is it to be right? All our lives, our school system, as we go through school, we have to have the correct answer. We have to be right. We go to church and we're faced with questions of sin, and we have to take the right or righteous side of that discovery. And this whole idea of being right is well, it's dogmatic, but it's more than that. It's inflexible. We're trained that we have to be right, but do we need to be right? Is it kind to be right? Is it loving to be right? Is it truthful to be right? Can we take on to ourselves the challenge that other people have other ways of looking at things that aren't our ways? We don't have to embrace their ways. They are their ways. And we have our own stories. And everybody has their own stories. So I'm just going to leave us with that. And I hope everybody will spend some time thinking about what it means to be right. And is it important? How important is it for you as Christians, for us as Christians? How important is it for your heart? How important is it for your journey, your walk? Being right in yourself is of course sanity. But do we expect other people to be and think like we do? Of course, we know we don't. But do we practice? Do we remind ourselves that we don't need to be right? We need to be kind. Thank you, everyone, for listening to me this morning. And I'm still here, so I think we'll be going on to a talk with Joshua shortly.